Does your desk look like a war zone, all full of clutter? Leave the mines on the battlefield with PC gaming's hottest new peripheral. The best 60% keyboards are the perfect accessory for keeping things organized, while providing what some argue is a major competitive advantage. Measuring 11.5 by 4 by 1.1 inches and weighing about a pound, the SK621 is small and light enough to carry comfortably in a laptop bag or backpack. Of course, there's a trade-off for that portability. In order to achieve the compact 60% layout, designers had to eliminate a number pad and other landmarks of a full-size keyboard. Many of the dedicated functions such as home and page up/down, as well as multimedia playback controls, have been added to alphanumeric keys. Others have been reduced in size and relocated to new positions on the keyboard. Cooler Master has devoted a lot of attention to aesthetics. The keyboard features a brushed aluminum top plate, floating keycaps, RGB backlighting, and gold trim around the chassis. The attention to detail extends to the accessories, as well, a braided USB Type-C cable for battery charging and wired connectivity, and a velvet tote sleeve. Despite this emphasis on eye appeal, the SK621 feels sturdy and built to last. The SK621 uses Cherry MX low-profile switches to provide the reduced actuation point and key travel smaller keyboards require. The extra slim keys have the flat, square shape you'd find on a chiclet-style keyboard but are contoured in the center, though not nearly as much as you'd find on a full-size mechanical keyboard. Like most compact keyboards, typing on the SK621 takes some getting used to. The keys themselves feel great, with decent travel, a satisfying click at the bottom of the stroke, and a springy rebound. They provide the tactile and audio feedback mechanical keyboard lovers prize. And Pro 2 can be confidently added to the list of best affordable keyboards with its premium build quality relative to other comparable keyboards in the market. It beats the competition by its aesthetic looks and rules the desktop by its RGB customizable lighting. The keyboard measures 97 x 284 40mm. The overall weight for it is around 635 grams, which I find comparatively lightweight. The physical keys are the next best thing. I like the feature which allows you to set the overall theme using its software, which is easy to use when wholly understood. However, it is recommended that you take some basic info about this software from someone who already uses it. This can help you know the keyboard's feature better. You can also set macro settings on all the keys, which are also a very convenient feature for advanced users. Switches in any mechanical keyboard is a mechanism that is triggered when a key is pressed. Usually, the typist gets tactile feedback, which can be a sound, light, or vibration. Keycaps are PBT, which are good but not great. For reference, a double-shot PBT keycap is sturdier and preferred for durability. For the uninitiated, a 60% keyboard is an ultra-compact design with 60 to 65 keys, or roughly 60% of the layout you'd get on a standard 104-key keyboard. With 61 keys, the Huntsman Mini has all the keys you'd find in the primary typewriter section of an ordinary keyboard, the alphanumeric keys, plus primary system keys like the 2 Control and 2 Alt keys and the Windows key. All the other keys, such as the function row, the cursor arrows, and delete, have been stripped away to make the keyboard more space efficient. The Huntsman Mini comes in black or white body and key designs. Measuring 1.5 by 11.6 by 4.1 inches and weighing 15.3 ounces, the Huntsman Mini is significantly more compact and lighter than most gaming keyboards. Losing all those keys reduces the footprint by a lot. That doesn't necessarily confer any typing-related benefits, but it does have other advantages. For one thing, if you're switching from a full-size or TKL keyboard, you'll have a lot more free space on your desk, which you can use to angle and rotate the keyboard to suit your style. You can easily rotate the board to create an ergonomic setup for gaming, then move it back parallel to your screen again when you need to type. It's much easier to make these kinds of spot tweaks with a small keyboard. With a full-size board, I wouldn't have room to turn or shift it at all. The Massdrop Alt mechanical keyboard is just like the Control, but with 67 keys instead of 87. Absent of function keys, it wastes no space, but it still has a full set of arrows and numerals. Constructed with a solid aluminum frame with a built-in switch plate, the Alt is rock solid. And thanks to the hot swap switch sockets, it allows you to swap switches whenever you want with no soldering required. It's also fully programmable via QMK, meaning you can assign macros or custom keybinds to every key. With dual USB-C connectors, the Alt is outfitted with the latest connections. What's more, it has customizable RGB backlighting and underlighting. Set it to a single color or light it up with a rainbow wave pattern. To enhance the backlighting, there are shine-through double-shot PBT keycaps, too. Grab it with your choice of switches to get just the feel you want. The Alt features light pipes built into the switches that are optimized to deliver the most light possible through the keycaps. You'll also have your choice from millions of different colors for every single key. So if you want the lighting to cycle through the entire spectrum, you've got it. If you prefer a two-tone look to match your setup, consider it done. There's also a built-in translucent LED diffuser to minimize hotspots found in many other keyboards. Worried about flickering? Don't be. The LEDs operate at a frequency of 100 Hz, so there won't be any visible flicker. You can get the HHKB in charcoal or white, and with printed or blank keycaps. Either way, the HHKB Professional 2's body is made from common ABS plastic. Every keycap but the spacebar uses another kind, polybutylene terephthalate. I'll leave the differences between the plastics to the pros, but the gist is that ABS is ostensibly cheaper and more prone to wear, while PBT is more expensive and more durable, resistant to finger wear and the finger polish shine that tends to accrete on keytops over the years. Using ABS for the body and PBT for the keycaps offers a compromise between cost and build quality. Most folks will be able to feel the difference between these plastics. The PBT keycaps have a more solid feel than most. Instead of jiggling when they're pressed, or feeling like they're hollow, these keys have a certain heft. I can't testify to the keycap's long-term durability or wear resistance, but the overall impression is one of an old-school mechanical board that feels like it ought to live forever. But enough about the keycaps. They make the first impression, but it's the switches underneath that determine if you'll want to commit to the HHKB Professional 2. The keyboard is outfitted with capacitive switches akin to those made by Topper. These non-contact switches are supposed to offer smooth, linear travel when pressed.